So just next week, the Winter Festival begins in Neverwinter. It's a 3-week event where you can do minimal effort and gain quite a lot. Let's discuss what's new this year, along with what to do to prepare yourself. First of all, if we check the calendar, we can see the Winter Festival begins in 5 days. It also has a bunch of new stuff that we can see here. Now the devs have gone and made a blog post where they go over the event and kind of what you'll be doing. Different things you can do, for example, your sled race, you can do fishing to get these cool vanity pets. But ultimately, new this year is a few rewards that you can obtain with the event currency. You have the new mount, the Reclusive Rothé, the new companion, the Riotous Rothé, and a new fashion set, the Starlight fashion. Again, all of which we should be able to see in-game in the event section and also here on the calendar. This is the new companion. Doesn't look too special, but it does have incoming healing here, just pure incoming healing, so that could fit on a build. And otherwise for healers, it does have reinvigorate. Very good if you're starting out as a healer to get that outgoing healing stat up. And otherwise it is an active companion and it'll be interesting to test out its damage. But it does have the ability to reduce the damage of enemies, which could be pretty good depending on how much of an uptime that is. And then also being able to shield the summoner. The new mount is here, and well, nothing special with regards to its equip or combat power, and its stats does allow you to have 4 insignia slots, which is nice, but unfortunately, you can only have Accursed Resolve and Knight's Condemnation, and neither of them can you make use of with the preferred insignia slot. I have just gone over and updated my 4-slot mount document. There's a link in the video description below, where you can see all of the mounts currently that have 4 slots in the game, and basically, yeah, what insignias you need to get the benefit. And there's also coming with the Lunar New Year, that is still a while away and probably still a work in progress, the new Dragonelle. And well, it's nothing special visually, but it is also a 4-slot mount. And you may have seen my video in the past where it did not actually have 4 slots. Well, they seem to have updated it, so now it does. And it'll have Opportunistic and Lunar Fireball, which is interesting, and both are somewhat useful depending on the build. And otherwise, with it having 4 slots, unfortunately, it'll only be able to have Protector's Covenant. And you can use that with Recommended though. So back to the Winter Festival, again beginning next week on a Thursday. It's going to last 3 weeks, despite this only showing for 2 weeks, since you will end up having the Winter Festival Xenoth, which will extend it by another week till January the 4th. Now in this event, you will be able to travel to a new instance, which is the Winter Festival, which will lead you to this zone. And here you will want to bring as many characters as possible. Every day you'll want to speak with this NPC and pick up the 2 quests he has. One will give you a free voucher for a Starlight parcel. Just speak to the NPC and you'll get that. And the other one will ask you to go look in a telescope. You do that and you get a Star of Fortune. What this allows you to do is ultimately get these Gifts of Simril, which are these lanterns that you will give to nearby allies, and every time you do it, you'll give those allies rewards. And so you will group up in a team of 5, and you'll have the entire party together, and you'll take turns doing these lanterns. You'll have a set amount you'll want to do, but again, doing these lanterns will give these gifts to the other players, and the main reward is those parcels, these purple things, which you can read what they will give you. A bunch of stuff, but very nicely from there you can get retraining tokens, you can get companions and mounts, and if you really open a lot, you can get a ton of value from preservation wards. It's one of the main ways you get preservation wards is through the Winter Festival. Again, you're using those preservation wards to upgrade things like older artifact weapons and neck and waist pieces, and then just artifacts in general. Needing those preservation wards to protect your reagents as you upgrade them, so you aren't wasting these resources. It doesn't matter for the first one, but once you get to epic, you have glyphs of potencies and you'll want to have those protected with some wards. And that's really about it. You'll just log in every day, complete those 2 quests really fast, and you're done. After a certain point, you'll have enough currency to purchase those gifts. You'll share those gifts with the group. You'll get basically more gifts, and you'll get the rewards, allowing you to buy any of the event items and get those preservation wards and stuff. It's pretty much just a login, collect 2 quests, log out. But you can scale up your profits massively by having multiple characters. The more characters you have, the more you can get out of this event. Same like the summer festival. So the best way to prepare is to have as many characters as possible. You should not need those characters on any level higher than 2, having the tutorial completed, but the event blog does say level 15 and up. This may very well be outdated when the max level was 80. 15 was like when you finished the tutorial pretty much. The new fashion set looks pretty neat, and I think they did a decent job on it, if it actually looks like that when we can obtain it. Just unfortunate that the hood removes your hair. I would prefer just no hood then, if that's gonna be the case. So just a heads up, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.